right now currently a team manager of Swiss bearings. Yeah.
Yeah, bone Swiss bearings.
Which are Swiss bearings are like the Swiss bearings of bearings, right? Like,
I don't know what that means.
No, but everybody hits you. Everybody's got to be like, dude, I want some Swiss in this shit.
Yeah,
you know,
for
it's
sure.
like the big thing. What's the craziest request you've gotten from one of your riders, Flo, or maybe not even fucking riders? Somebody been like, dude, I need something, because they're expensive too.
They're
right?
expensive. I've never been asked like for a specific amount, but I've been asked for like a shitload of bearings. Yo, can I get like a shitload?
Yeah.
I don't know what a shitload means, but I'll just be like, I can send you a few sets, but I don't know what a shitload is. But yeah, because they are expensive.
And you've had a cool career in the sense that I always view you as someone who's kind of like always trying a new project or getting involved in like some startup brand. Like, from like riding for ice cream to like starting the sweatpant company to like now you're part of a new shoe brand, right?
Yeah.
And there's probably other stuff in between. Like you're kind of always jumping around, which I relate to because I do that as well.
I just think I think naturally as skateboarders we're resourceful people. It's a gift and a curse. Like we can make a lot out of nothing, or we can also be very much like, if you deviate outside of that, what we're taught to know, then you're also you kind of open yourself up for criticism. But you know, I remember hitting him when ice cream started. Like, yo, Vern, I know what's gonna come of this. I know where my heart's at, but like, and I also know the type of criticism that's gonna come with it. What should I do? And Vern being like, dog, get yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everyone's going to tell you not to do it, but they're going to be the same person on the horn like, yo, how can I jump in that position?
Yeah.
You know? And
it's crazy. I told you to do it, and when Nino offered me a job, I didn't take it.
Yeah. But I also knew it was, I knew inside it was something that I could embrace. You know what I mean? Like, I was also a fan of that music and everything they had going before it, you know? And then because of that, like, I got to do the Disney thing, and then because of that, other opportunities opened up. So it's just like, you can't deviate away from opportunities based on what you think other people are going to say, because you don't know where that's going to lead you, you know? And
so tell us about the brand then.
So the brand's called No One, which essentially is follow no one. It's all handmade footwear in a really beautiful studio in Venice, California, right on Lincoln. This spot's amazing. Like, everything from cutting the patterns to packing the boxes, designing the silhouettes, fabrics, everything's done in-house.
Yeah, are they handmade? Or?
Handmade, yeah.
Okay, and for you it's rad because it goes beyond skate shoes.
Yeah.
Which I know you're into, like, fashion.
Yeah.
And not staying in that box necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, early on I've always been into fashion, so it's, you know, it's good. It's fun to take what I've learned from skating and then taking it from other worlds and just kind of sports and combining them all together and just get this clusterfuck of incredible outfits every day.
Right.
How did you meet Dev? And when you met her, was she already...
That's a good question.
Like, how did her career start? So it was started before you knew her?
Before, yeah. She's from, like, Central Valley.
Okay.
So she started making music up there. Some of her previous managers were friends of mine. Very first day that we hung out, they're like, yeah, we've been shooting this video with this girl all day that we managed. You want to come over? I think we're going to go out afterwards. So, like, yeah, I went over. I felt bad, too, because I felt like I was, like, interrupting the production. Turns out it was, like, one big party. But introduced myself, and then we kicked it off really well, like, the first day. Ended up hanging out that night super late.
Cool.
So eventually, like, a couple years later, we're just like, yo, we get along really well. We obviously enjoy one another's company. Why don't we figure something out? So it just kind of worked out.
See, that's always like my thing. Like, how would I approach Natalie Portman when it fucking finally came down to it? And I would fuck it up. I'd either play way too cool, and
cool
she'd
guy.
be like, yeah, cool guy her, and she'd be like, who the fuck is this ginger bald prick?
What's the craziest shit you've seen each of you have seen at Love Park go down? Skating or high jinks or...
Oh, man, that's, like, hard, man. I've seen so much good skating, so it's hard to, like, pick one. Like, winning Switchback 180 is pretty awesome, and Papalardo's Switch Ollie.
Yeah.
Just because, like, for us, like, skating there for a long time, like, it was impossible to Ollie into the fountain.
Yeah.
And mainly because we're skating, like, small wheels also, and, like, it's hard to get speed. Like,
who's the first person to Ollie it? Choppy or Vinny?
Choppy Omega.
Choppy Omega.
Choppy Omega did it before there was, like, documentation. Like, Vinny is the first one, like, documented. But, like, you know, like we didn't have cameras back then,
Like
so
the
like
loop.
most of the best skateboarding went like undocumented,
Right.
and it's all like up in here. Like if you were there, you saw some of the best stuff, like Gino, Keenan, like coming from New York, like Huff, Ben Liversledge, like Chris Keefe, like all these dudes used to come down from New York
Right.
and just crush it.
Dude, the Love Fountain though was like, I mean, other than maybe the Banks wall, the Love Fountain was like the East Coast spot where there was like,
You know, that was like the spot, like a Hubba or a
Yeah.
Clipper or a Wallenberg.
But you know
It's
what's
funny, but we never really skated it like that. Like it's always out of towners
It
that
wasn't
like want to
until
come through.
like when Love would like in that heyday leading up to like 01 or 02, like there was too much good shit going on up top and on the levels.
Yeah.
Like heads weren't.
Well, that wasn't how East Coast people didn't skate that way.
No disrespect. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wasn't like it wasn't appealing. Like, all right, dog,
Yeah.
you can chuck your
No, I get it.
carcass down that thing. Like, there you got guys in here doing some of like the best technical skating we've ever seen. Like, what good is a pop shover gonna do right now? You know, it wasn't until that last day that cats like the switch ollie, the front side flip, switch back.
Or when Reynolds flew in for
Yeah,
one trip,
yeah,
like I
yeah.
felt like that
Yeah.
kind of made it a
Yeah.
different kind of spot.
that bummed
Yeah.
people out. There were heads
I
that were
wasn't
legitimately.
there that
I remember,
weekend when he flew
and I didn't.
in. I was
it
not
didn't
in
bum
town.
me out,
like,
but
what's the logic there?
I just like, dog, why would you fly here just to skate one thing? Like that's not
I
how we
think
look at skating.
the East
you
Coast
know?
mentality and the West Coast mentality was so different about
well, it was like,
skating.
come get a hammer.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah,
That was
and
it,
like
yeah.
no one like and you know locals are defending their spots. Like they don't want some like dude that's not skating there every day come through and just like use the spot. And it's like you're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like someone doing that and like Kelch like enforcing an EMB back in the day? Like the fuck out of here.
Right.
It's the same deal.
We should probably wrap up. We've been
Yep.
going for quite a long
That's
time.
all I
Unless
have.
there's like anything else you want. What do you guys? You
Yeah,
guys
what
need
are you
to say
doing?
anything? Do you have a
No, he
statement?
just-
I'm
Not
working
yet.
on another video part.
42?
50? No,
start
I'm gonna
stacking
drop
clips
it
now?
at 43. I missed 42 because I was hurt, man. I got a lot of injuries
I need to
this
do
past
this
year.
thing.
You notice you get more traction on social media for the shit you film now than you did in your. Like, if there was an Instagram
Because-
in '97, you probably wouldn't get the
I
same
wouldn't-
likes that you get
I
today.
wouldn't even
Thing
watch
is
any of it,
now
Vern.
is because if you're over 40 and you can still do something, I guess it's cool. Because most dudes over 40 are sitting on their couch drinking a beer, watching golf or some shit, or playing golf.
Why are you
we should
looking
put
at me when you're saying that?
Because it's you,
It
man.
is me.
It's you.
I
That's
can't
why I
do what
look
you
at
do. I'm fat. I'm fucking ginger. I can't do it.